Well, I'm getting ready to roll out. I've got, it looks like a small weather window here that I can get to North Alabama. My doctor is in North Alabama, and I scheduled a 2 p.m., and it is scraping it close. I made some last minute gear changes. One of them is this winter jacket. I've had this thing forever, and it's pretty much waterproof, hopefully still, but it's also flexible. I can open it up. I've got some summer pants with some waterproof-ish liners and insulated liners in it because I just don't like freezing to death. And it's a little bit early in the season. Yeah, riding season, you know, that thing that I deny so often. I like this a whole lot. Yeah, I got a break from the wind. Yeah, this is really nice. But I think this might be home for the night. And just find me a good tree, couple trees here, and then go do my thing. There's no wind at all up here, so yeah, it's very sheltered, very cool. Let's do it. And here I am, and look at this fantastic tarp I've got above me. It's got a few leaky spots, like right there, and I think right there, and right there, but otherwise it's really nice. And I was thinking, since this is pea gravel, I could just roll up in here since I got this nice tarp. I don't have to set anything up, just roll out a sleeping pad and boom, I'm out. But not knowing about the leaking situation and not wanting to be spotlighted first thing in the morning, I figured I could set my hammock up out there. I don't know if you can see. It's probably pretty hard to see because that is some camouflage. Friday morning, up above Trenton, Georgia, I'm at a church. I'm behind the church, and it's a lovely church. It's inactive. Looks like they've just got a new roof put on, but they're doing some remodeling. It's a small church. And as you can see, this is my lovely, very comfortable camp last night. That's where I got all my gear drip drying. A quick stealthing tip that I've learned over the years is sometimes there's no need to hide or camouflage. Sometimes the angle, and I've probably spoken about this before, the angle prevents people from craning their necks and looking up here and getting a good look at you or what's going on. And more often, even the people that are looking have no reason to be suspicious of anyone sitting up here. You know, if this was a former church member or a current church member, they might be upset if they saw somebody up here. But odds are the driver is the only one looking out the windows. Occasionally you'll see a passenger, and I've done this. I sat on the side of the road and looked to see how many people looked over at me. And it's very rare. Every once in a while, the younger you are, apparently, the younger you are, the more likely you are to be looking around and even craning your neck and looking back, because by the time you see me, even on this picnic table here, by the time you see me, you're usually at that telephone pole, so they're going to have to turn their head a good bit to see me, and then even that, they got less than a second to see what's going on over here. And you know, unless it's a naked man or a naked woman, they're probably not going to care. Anyway, so sometimes you can hide in plain view. Sometimes stealth camping requires very little effort. Well, got everything packed up. I got all the wet stuff drying out here. Should be a good day to dry everything out. It's kind of hard to dry everything out when it's raining. And usually when there's a front coming in and I can't outrun it, or I don't want to outrun it, I just usually just go pack up, go set up camp, and then I can load up some groceries and enough water to last out the storm. Hopefully it's not going to blow me away, but usually that has been, it's either run and hide or supply up, gather your supplies. But I would also like to thank Scenic Land Holiness Church for this wonderful camping experience. As you might be able to tell from the lack of leaves on the trees, it's still wintertime up here. Spring hasn't come this far up in the mountains. It's about, I think we're a little over 4,000 feet here. And the crowd's starting to thin out. It's almost 5 o'clock here. So it's the tuners and the sports cars are still up here. A few motorcycles, but yeah, it's starting to clear out. The sun is starting to drop in the horizon, and yeah, you can see how beautiful it is out here, though. You can see for miles and miles of brown. Nothing but brown. A little bit of green in the conifers, but yeah, it's pretty windy up here. It's pretty chilly. I think it's probably in the high 50s, maybe. We're going to look for a campsite here shortly before the sun goes down. Hopefully a little spot with a little, either a good scenic view or some water rushing by. Maybe cook us up some dinner. Still waiting on my boy Solon. He's dragging at the rear. He's in no hurry, but I like cutting the edges on these fucking roads. So even loaded down, I enjoy a little bit of a speedway challenge. He's probably 5 minutes behind, I would guess. And that's okay. It's okay not to be in a hurry. We're just chilling out here. Great day to be riding, I tell you that. Cherahalla Skyway is one of the unknown roads up here. Unless you're coming from the west up here to the Dragon, a lot of people don't know about this. Because they come to the Dragon thinking that's the road. That's the be all and end all. And you know, I try to warn people to stay away from the Dragon on the weekends because it's dangerous. It's a parking lot mixed in with a few crazy people on sport bikes whipping through and passing everybody. And then, you know, you got people that haven't ridden in a year coming up here, riding the Dragon for the first time, and it's an oh shit moment. I mean, Cherahalla is one of the unspoken fantastic roads up here. And during the week, it's just wide open as fast as you can go. No cars in front of you, no cars behind you. But on the weekends, it's kind of, you know, I mean, here's some motorcycles coming up the hill now. But I guess this time of day, it's thinned out. It was pretty busy earlier, but yeah, as the sun's going down, you almost have this racetrack to yourself. It's a lot of fun. Couple of Porsches, couple of Mustangs. Yeah, this is not their first trip. Oh yeah, there's a sporty little Mini. I think those are probably pretty good cars if you put a decent engine in there. This is a pretty good example of when you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. This is a pretty important sign. You're going to die if you don't pay attention to the sign, basically, and everybody's put their freaking stickers on here. I wonder if we can find anybody we recognize up here. Oh, look. Not part of the solution, part of the problem.